This podcast is rated S for sexy and contains mature themes, explicit sexual content, and some freaky ass shit. So if your trigger warning list is longer than the schlongs in these books, protect your innocent ears from the salacious musings of this red hot pod. But if you're a pervy peach like us with one hand on your Kindle and the other between your folds, strap on, in, for the unhinged book club ride of your wet dreams.
This is Between the Folds.
Oh, and there's definitely going to be spoilers. Don't say we didn't warn you. As for the rest of you freaky little strumpets, let's get into it.
Welcome to the club. Pull up a seat. Between the folds where the kings all meet. Welcome to the club. Let's slip right through. Between the folds where literature is blue.
It's me, Lusty Lieutenant Lindsay, and nominee for the acclaimed title of Most Likely to Get Arrested for Fruit Fucking, serving as your commander in literature for the week. And I am here with the lovely
Janitor of Joyful Orifices, Jess.
Watch out, boys, she's measuring your scrotal length in subway increments. And
Minister of Moisture, Elisa.
cube art coming on display at a museum near you.
Oh, hello. And just remember, as we give our overview, we listen and we don't judge.
Except for when we do.
This week's racy romp is Hounded by Produce by GM Fairy, which is a dope pen name. I assume that's not their real name.
What did you think GM stands for? Grandmaster?
Grandmaster
Good.
Fairy.
Are they like a Dungeon and Dragon human?
Great question.
Great.
We
Just
should
saying.
definitely ask them.
Yes.
Great moments, Fairy. Good mama Fairy.
All of the M words have gone from my brain.
Masturbator?
Yeah, I love
Glorious
that
masturbator fairy. I like it.
Yes.
Probably
Really,
just like
it's gonna be
Gertrude
like-
Margaret Fairy. you
Yeah,
know?
I was going to say it's going to be like Gina.
Well, GM, if that is your real name, Fairy, thank you for bringing us Pounded by Produce. So this one is going to go out to all of our post-evangelical millennial listeners who grew up watching the beloved Christian propaganda cartoon, VeggieTales. That's right. We are getting into VeggieTales erotica in this episode, which is a statement I truly thought I would never say, but goddamn if I am not delighted it exists. So our story begins with our beloved friends, Bob the Tomato and Larry the Cucumber, aka Robert and Laurent, who are Catholic priests at a remote parish. They have been secretly in love for years, but their relationship is complicated by, celibacy and whatnot. They're in search of a cook for their little compound, and they end up with Emily, who turns out to be much more than just a cute kitchen accoutrement. As the Lord wills it, she is the missing piece of their divine throuple. When Catholic guilt and sex shaming threatens to tear them apart, an angel witch intervenes, cursing/blessing them to turn into produce under the light of the full moon. The only way to break the curse? Learn to express their true feelings to each other. And then, maybe, just maybe, that poly cucumber tomato fucking you've been dreaming about all these years but thought you couldn't have will finally come true. Who am I kidding? Of course it comes true. But be warned, this is not your average love story. In this vegetal tale, you're going to tackle religious trauma, resurface childhood memories, surprise yourself with the arousal you feel towards produce, and ultimately get what turns out to be a well-deserved happily ever after. Or maybe that was just me. I don't know, but let's get into it.
I mean, there was definitely a juicy finish for all parties. So seeds are out in this one, folks. Seeds are out. And I don't mean like 86th.
If you'd told me that my first 5-star read of 2026 would be an absurd little book about cucumber fucking, I get, right? Obviously, like who hasn't fucked a cucumber? But like the tomato got me. Well, I'm sorry for you, Elisa. I'm just kidding. I haven't fucked a cucumber that I would admit on air. The tomato, like I wish I had recorded myself describing to my husband what went down in this book. Like it was like the first 25% of it. And I was just like telling him like, look, listen to this delight of a story. And I tell him like these priests, one turn into a tomato, one turn into a cucumber. And he had the same question I did. What the fuck do you do with a tomato? And he's like, you just rub it? And I said, well, yes, Eric, as one does. That is what you do with the tomato. And I mean, I'm open now. I get it.
Okay, but I have to know, Elisa, because
Yeah.
I know Jess did not grow up watching VeggieTales. Have you
Two-
ever seen VeggieTales, the Christian cartoon?
Never once in my life because I'm too old. Sorry.
Well, you guys,
I
you
stopped
really
watching
missed out.
cartoons when I was 9.
Okay, but you also, did you go to Sunday school?
Ma'am, do I look like I went to Sunday school?
Okay.
I don't have
Well-
repressed Catholic trauma, so I'm good over here.
No.
Okay, well, let
Jesus,
me
she's
just
got
say
a different flavor of trauma.
Yeah, exactly. Mine's totally
She's got
different.
hippie
just not
trauma.
religious.
We've got religious trauma.
So when you go to Sunday school, you watch VeggieTales way past 9 years old. So this is like prime content for Protestant churches across the country. I don't know if the Catholics watch it too, but out here in Protestant land, we watched a lot of VeggieTales. And this whole book is full of references to VeggieTales, very specifically the subset Silly Songs with Larry. And that just really adds this extra level to the ridiculousness of this book. Did you ever watch? I put it in the chat. I put in the chat about the Silly Songs with Larry. Did you guys watch it?
Yes. I could not get over how this literally is like fan fiction of VeggieTales.
It
I also
is.
want you to know I got 0 text about this.
I swear I put it in the unhinged group chat.
Oh, you put it in the book club chat. I thought you meant in
Yeah.
Between the Folds, and I got
No.
I got piping hot down there about it.
I would
Okay,
never
so I didn't do my homework. I'm so
restrict
sorry.
Silly Songs with Larry from you. I would never.
I will listen to it immediately after this podcast.
Okay, thank you. It's really gonna.
Episode
It's like
probably.
it's like when I read of Monsters and Mazes, but I hadn't seen Labyrinth. It's like I was missing something. Like there's a depth that I lacked when I
It's
was.
like I
reading
didn't
the
know what a
book.
tomato looked like until I watched VeggieTales and could picture it singing at me. And then I was like, oh, I could totally rub that on me.
Exactly.
I get it now.
Right?
This religious tomato?
Do I really want to watch
Yeah.
this now? I mean,
You really do. You really do. And then I want you to picture Lindsay as a middle schooler lip syncing to "Oh, Where Is My Hairbrush" in front of her entire school. And I'm pretty sure we won
Okay.
second place. So I just want you to hold that in your mind as you are watching VeggieTales and then as you're rethinking about the memories of this book.
oh my gosh. I can't wait. This is going to be exciting for me.
This book, it is such a delightful, unhinged read. I mean, it is absolutely absurd and ridiculous. And also, it is hot. I mean, there are definitely some one-handed scenes in here. There were some things that did make me like kind of think. I think it was making me feel a lot of things. And I was like, but you're reading about cucumbers and tomatoes, or one cucumber and one tomato. I fucking loved it.
My favorite sex scene, my most rereadable, was the 2 priests walk into a confessional scene.
Yeah.
I thought that scene was hot. I thought it was great.
That scene was really hot because I think there was so much lead up into it. You already knew that like when they were younger, they had like jerked off in the same room and that there was the tension between them. And then when they got to go, it was lovely.
For like a short book, they were still able to build the tension between the 2 priests. Like you could feel that they loved and wanted each other. Even in like a short number of pages, I thought the author did a really good job with that. And when they are both like jerking off separately in their confessionals together, I was into it.
It was like the
Good.
heated rivalry of Catholic produce. It was so weird. Would we feel the same way if we hadn't just watched, heated rivalry? Like, probably. I think like what I loved about it so much is it was so unexpectedly just delightful. It was just so silly and absurd and yet fun. And I just wasn't expecting that, right? Usually these books, they kind of lean towards so ridiculous that you're just reading them to laugh at. And also, honestly, like the book is called Pounded by Produce. Maybe it's because I didn't read anything else about it. I kind of figured that by the title I knew what I needed to know going into this book. And so when I'm like starting to read it and I'm like, all right, okay, she's going to work for a Catholic church. And okay, these 2 dudes are clearly into one. What am I reading? It just...
Yeah.
One of my favorite emotions to feel is like just shockingly delighted, like by something that catches me off guard. And that is why I love this book. Was it a literary masterpiece? Nah, it wasn't written poorly, but points for the hot sex with vegetables.
I'm going to second what you said because I was reading the book to start and I was like, priests? Isn't that a different book? And so like I had no expectation of this being it was set in a church. I had no expectation of priests, none of that. And so when that hit me, I was like, All right.
Mhm.
Throwing me for a loop here.
Color me surprised. I'm in.
I was like, all right, well, let's go. Let's ride. I was also super curious because once they became a cucumber and a tomato, my brain was, how are you using a tomato? How? What's happening?
Yes.
What is happening in this environment that we're using a tomato? I've never thought of a tomato as sexy. Not once in my life.
Or tomato.
Lindsay, stop
It's
it.
such a bad rap being the least sexy fruit.
It does. I was like, is
It's
it a
not the
cherry
least
tomato? Is it one of those
sexy
lumpy
fruit.
ones? Like, what do you think what is the least sexy fruit?
We've been over this. A gourd. They're bumpy. They look like they have gonorrhea. Like, I just don't know.
Yeah, but I don't hate something bumpy rubbing on me. Tomato feels something smooth. That feels weirder. I would take a gourd over a tomato.
Tomatoes are kind of cool and they have smooth skin. You know, I see where Emily was going with it. Okay.
I know this is sometimes like a pet peeve with people that I see in like romantasy land when they're like, ew, they mention calluses on hands. I love that. I once literally part of breaking up with somebody was because his hands were too smooth and that creeped me out. I like
Soft
a bit
hands.
of a callus, a bit of a roughness. Yeah, soft hands are creepy. Soft man hands. Yeah.
So a tomato is like the fruit equivalent of
The
a soft
man
man's
hand. Yeah.
I'm going to go back to two things when we were talking about the ugliest fruit. Brussels sprout. I would also say an artichoke only because they're pokey. And so I understand you could peel away the layers like a little
I
flower
think there's
situation.
also something sensual about eating an artichoke that makes up for it, but I am with you. Yeah, there's nothing about Brussels sprouts. I mean, yes, prepared well, they taste good, but they're small. They make you fart, or like I think of farts when I think of Brussels sprouts, and that doesn't exactly. I do not have a fart kink, so I just cracked myself.
Your OnlyFans won't be for farting in a jar, sending it to people.
I mean, maybe I could fart in the jar if I was going to make money, if it's sure, but like I do not want to smell any jarred farts or any farts. Period. Oh my God, we're the sexiest women.
I just had a conversation with someone, and I am not shitting you. 3 days ago, and I also want you to know that this is the type of human I am. So just great. Someone had called me who I've known for a really long time, and was like at a crux in her life, and she was like, I'm talking to my family, and I have crazy ideas of what I want to do next. And I was like, what do you want to do next? And she was like, is it crazy that I just want to start an OnlyFans? And I was like, no. Like, go for it. And I was like, listen, if you want to fart in a jar and send it to someone for money, I am all for this. And she was like, wait, what? And I was like, what does it matter? So anyway, I want you to know that I'm a big proponent of farting in a jar and sending it on OnlyFans. You're welcome.
I don't know if the market is already saturated for that, but whoever came up with that idea first is a true genius. So
Yeah.
good.
It was a
them.
stripper who did it. She made $200K. She sold a jar of her farts for like $200,000.
Fucking goddess. Good for
Yeah.
her.
Mhm.
Amazing. Okay, well, we were talking about unsexy fruits, but I was thinking to myself as I was reading this book, like, a tomato wouldn't be my first choice. It's not going to be my go-to. And obviously cucumber, like that's been done, right?
Easy.
That's been done.
Too
Yeah.
easy.
Easy. But let's say right now you have to leave this space, go to your refrigerator,
Celery.
find a fruit
Couple
or
of
a
stalks.
vegetable.
I'd lump them together.
Yeah. So
Sorry,
yeah.
Sorry,
so
that
what
was
are you gonna
fast. I've thought about this.
Yeah, that was really quick. I was gonna say, I was like, what are you gonna get? What are you gonna do with it? So Jess,
Maybe I've done it
celery?
already. I don't know.
You're gonna put two stalks
Ayo.
together? We're penetrating? Is that what we're doing?
We're going to leave them, they're all attached to the bulb.
What?
So
Okay.
you just keep it, bulb and then bulb first. Bulb
So
is
the
like the
whole-
head, right?
The whole stalk of celery, like the whole bulb of it?
No.
You're
We all
going-
know how
Okay,
I
because
feel
I
about
just
stretching.
got really.
No, we all know how I feel about stretching. I'm not into that kind of thing, but I would just keep, I think maybe there's 4 stalks left on it right now. It wasn't like the most massive thing of celery, but that is what I know that I've got in the refrigerator right now that would work
Okay.
in a pinch.
4 stalks of celery. I
Wow.
love that for you. Excellent. Okay, Lisa, what's in your fridge? What inspires you in the produce department?
Well, those are two separate questions. Like, what's in my fridge right now? The only thing that's in my fridge that is remotely that shape would be a carrot. And, carrots are just fine as long as they're not baby carrots.
Yeah.
I don't need
It's a
baby
micropene.
carrots.
The micropene of produce. is
That's
baby
right.
carrot.
I would zucchini
You're
it
with
all the
me.
way.
Oh, zucchini. Okay. very cucumber.
Yeah, because
Right.
it's
Right.
softer. Because that's the
Mhm.
thing that like is tricky about hard vegetables. They're hard, and sometimes you want something that's softer.
No,
Yeah.
no. That is actually not. Sorry, now I'm
You
picturing
want
like
it, like,
trying to stuff
steel?
some flaccid thing inside of me.
I don't mean like soft. I mean softer than like completely like steel rigid.
Jess is going celery ribbed for her pleasure. You're going
Because then you could like twist
zucchini.
it around like this, and maybe I do have a date with some celery stalks after this.
I will say the internet does not support putting fruit in your business. Bad for the pH. I thought about this too because I was thinking about tomatoes and cucumbers, and my thought was, I'm gonna get grapes, and I'm gonna pop them in one at a time, but then I'm gonna pop them out, and then I'm gonna feed them to my partner. That was my inspiration behind sexy produce. Get a little grape vaginal pop.
I clearly need to do more Kegels because I do not think I could physically do that. You think you could do that without popping the grape?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
for sure.
Maybe mine are too strong because I'm just
Yeah,
picturing like trying to pop them out and then just like crushing it like a walnut. Like, who is that guy who said he could crush walnuts with his butt?
I don't know,
He
but
was
this
an
is
80s
delightful.
80s star.
Lindsay, is this like your moment to do like the ping pong shooter
Yeah,
across the room and just be like catch it with your
Mhm.
mouth? Ah, and Andrew's running around to like
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking it would be more like a delicacy and less like an arcade game, but
like a sideshow.
yeah. Well, we could try it a couple different ways and kind of see what
Yeah,
works.
just see what comes up.
Oh my gosh.
I am so glad that I had to look this up because did you know I had not really done any half-cocked internet research, which is a surprise for me. And so I just accidentally did some now. Do you know that there is actually someone who holds the world record in walnut cracking with their ass?
Oh, who are they?
It is a Japanese man, and he has crushed things like...
Wait a minute. So, Jess, are you in a private browser?
Never.
What do you think? Of course I'm not. Damn it.
We have made this 13 episodes. Yours too.
I think you should just leave it on private browsing all the time for your own safety, for the
Yes.
safety of
Yes and yes.
your advertisement.
Goober.
Shit.
Mr. Cherry, that's his name. Cherry Yoshitake. He crushed 78 walnuts in 30 seconds.
78 in 30 seconds?
78 in 30 seconds. That's right.
He put them, this is buttocks, not butthole, right?
I think it's his glutes, not like inside.
Thank God.
It's not
Okay, 'cause I
internal.
was
It's,
gonna be
it's an external, like clenching between the cheeks.
between the folds
Yes, between the butt cheeks of
of love.
Mr. Cherry.
Of love
Okay,
making.
I'm not certain what these things mean. This is his records, a list of his records. Most walnuts crushed by sitting down in 30 seconds, which is 75. Most dried peas moved using a straw in 30 seconds.
So like
Like
blowing
we just
on them?
blew on him.
With his butthole? Or was he clenching the... I have no idea.
Or his
Longest
only record
time to
butthole
dunk
related.
a biscuit.
Wait. How do you take a breath with your butthole? Please. Look it up, Jess.
All right. Okay.
I think he's a renaissance man. He has many talents. It's not all butt cheek related. You know, this guy he's got many talents.
Oh my gosh, please. I'm
I'm
back.
dying. And now also it's something he created a notable shrimp technique to crush these walnuts with his butt.
Shrimp technique.
I like to think that my glutes are pretty strong, but I feel like, walnuts have a really hard shell. And if I crunch them, I feel like they're going to poke me and I'm not going to like that. You know?
Yep.
Yeah, no.
This sounds painful. It sounds like a painful world record.
Also, how
Yeah.
big are your butt cheeks?
Yeah.
I mean, I think I could get a walnut in there.
Yeah, but 78 of them?
Well, I don't think he
I
does
don't think
them
it was all at
I think he
once,
does
or
it one
was
at
it?
a time.
But it's 30 seconds.
He just
How
kept
many? You're not
shooting
you're
him
not,
out, shooting him out.
You're not, even if you were doing one at a time, like that's longer than 30 seconds, people. I'm just saying. Anyway, how did we get on this roadshow? Like, what's happening?
I'm not sure how we got here, but I
I'm
do
loving
think,
it.
yeah,
I'd like a refund.
He didn't move the peas with his butt. He just moved it with a straw.
this tells
I feel
me
like
that
that I
we
could
need to
do.
we need to be more creative about things that could be a world record. Like I could be in the Guinness book if I could just come up with a weird ass thing that nobody else has yet done, you know?
I mean, grapes in your vagina fed to your partner sounds like you could.
I mean, I don't know if that's a Guinness World Record or if that's more of an OnlyFans variety. Like I could send my little grapes out into the community. I could freeze them, you know, send them on dry ice to my various enthusiasts.
This is how I know I'm not bisexual. Ugh. I could get,
You haven't
I
even
could get by with
tasted
a
what I
lot of
have to
things.
offer, Elisa. How do you know?
I don't want to know. That's how I know.
Oh, well, you're lost, just saying.
Yep.
I
I'm
need
gonna
beta
say it is.
testers for my product.
Hit the like and subscribe button now if you'd like to be a beta tester.
I hope they like and subscribe. My feelings will be hurt. Okay.
Oh, Lord.
So I do think this is a good time for half-cocked internet research. I didn't mean to get here, but I did do some half-cocked internet research related to, of course, putting vegetables in
Your
your body,
nutrients.
which is not recommended by science. But I did. There's
Hey, we
Three
learned
things.
put a condom on it.
Yeah, 3 things I found though very important. So this is from Reddit, and I really appreciated this woman. She starts it with, "So I may have put a cucumber in my vagina," and she says, "I was extremely horny and I just lost control, etc., etc. Anyway, now I'm worried and it's something I never want to do again. Any advice on how to clean out my bad leftovers from cucumber other than just showering and cleaning it normally?" But this made me think in the book, when she gets aroused by the cucumber and the tomato, they spill their seed on her, and then she's like cleaning this like cucumber and tomato seed off of and out of her body. And so, you know, this woman on the internet also did that. And this lovely person, Life of Lady, says, "Did you wash it first? Even if not, pretty sure it was cleaner than 95% of the dicks in the world. Hope you only ever have the elite 5%, never one that makes you wish for a clean cucumber." I just thought that was so sweet.
Gross.
Like, that dirty ass cucumber, it's cleaner than 95% of the dicks
Yeah.
in this world.
Yep, I support that math.
The other thing was, apparently around the year 2017, there was this like viral thing going around on the internet called the cucumber cleanse. And so what you would do is you would peel a cucumber and then you would stick it up in your hoo-ha and you would twist it around. And the length of time recommended was 20 minutes, which is, I feel like a long time.
Wait, are you cleaning the
It was
cucumber or are you cleaning your innards?
it was supposed to
getting clean
clean
here.
It was supposed to clean your vagina. Allegedly, people were saying that, you know, like balance your pH and it would like help with smell or whatever. And of course, all of the healthcare providers were like, absolutely not. Do not stick a cucumber.
This is where the Maha movement was born, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Exactly.
RFK approved.
The cucumber cleanse of 2017.
This was happening on Epstein's Islands.
Oh,
That's where it started.
Sure.
for
Oh,
sure.
God.
They're like, ooh, I want some cucumber juice, if you know what I mean. But that led me to this other thing, which this is a real thing also, called vajacials. Have you ever heard of a vajacial?
Is
Oh
that
my
just like giving
God.
yourself a facial with semen?
No, it's like a facial for your vagina or for your vulva, really. So like you go you care for the skin on your face. So it's about like caring for the skin and the area of your vulva. And so it's like about
I
like
use the honey pot stuff.
trimming and applying moisturizer and doing all of these things. So you can get them done professionally, like in an office, in a salon, or you can do them at home, just like a face facial. So
What the fuck is the matter with people? Like you
Self-love, Elisa. Look it up.
you want
yeah,
you
Self-care.
want to pay someone. No, stop. You stop. You stop. Stop. Stop.
vajacial. I didn't look if there's anywhere locally that you could get one done, but there are places that you can get one. Think about it.
I mean, I guess
No,
I'm
like-
picturing like, they do like beard oils and stuff. So maybe it would be something like that where they just like comb things through, tidy things up, put a little I mean, moisturizer things like that feels like that's definitely going to fuck up your pH. The only thing I put on there is like my honey pot pH balancer, which is just like little foam cleanse.
Well, that can be part of your vajacial that you do at home. You know,
Okay,
maybe
well,
you
I'm
do
gonna start
some
calling it a vajacial now.
trimming. You can do some trimming. You just clean it with some gentle soap. You can pat
Do
it
you know-
dry. You know, you tell it nice things.
Blow on it.
But your vagina doesn't even need soap. Just so we're on the same page. And yes, I use soap. But I'm just saying, like, you don't need it. Just in case there was any like question where you're like, oh my God, Elisa
There was
doesn't use
definitely
soap on her
questions. I was
hooch.
like, so we know who has a stinky vagina.
Hey, that could be really
But
good for my great business.
I do think it is like self-cleaning, right? It's like you're actually disrupting your pH because your system is designed to clean itself. And if you are trying to overdo things, then it's kind of like when people who use too much hand sanitizer or antibacterial soap, you're actually killing the healthy germs on your hands or something, and you're defeating the purpose. Do you know, have you ever done a butt coffee enema before?
A coffee enema?
Yes, this was a craze for a while, and somebody in my life was doing it, and I was like, nay, I draw the line with that. I mean, I've never done an enema either, but yeah, no, coffee enemas were like a big thing for a while.
They were a thing.
I don't know who you people hang out with. I do not hang out with these people. Also,
I think
I want
coffee
to go
enemas are
back.
still a thing, actually.
Your vulva does not need soap to stay healthy, and it can cause irritation, dryness, and infections. The vulva, the outer genitalia area, is self-cleaning, and the vagina inside should never be washed with soap. Thank you.
Listen,
Right
I
now
don't
I'm
worship.
picturing
I
like
don't-
somebody taking a bar trying to jam it up their vagina.
Oh my God, can you imagine? Well, that's how they got the cucumber out. Little bottle brush, just, scrape those insides.
Oh, no. Ouch.
So anyway, I was just thinking, if my great business takes off, I'll see if
Well,
I
that
get
would
any
work.
various feedback.
Again, like and subscribe now.
Yeah.
Follow along.
Upvote if you want to see more of this content.
One of the quotes that I pulled from this because this is a new one, right? We've talked a lot on this podcast about like various ways like that authors refer to vaginas. This was her warm and wet treasure.
Mm.
And as somebody
Great
who actually really loves the
euphemism.
word treasure, I kind of love this. So I think I'm going to start calling that my treasure, my
Would
crotch
you like to get
treasure.
in my treasure box?
Honestly, I kind of love that. That might be my new favorite euphemism. I personally loved so many lines in this book. I highlighted many that I
Yeah.
thought were a delight.
Well, actually, this kind of caught my eye looking down at this because it makes me think of this conversation. Besides, I didn't enjoy mutilating vegetables. I somehow made them burst, and I had to clean cucumber and tomato gunk from my crotch. Okay, maybe I liked cleaning that up and even tasted a little bit of it, as weird as that sounds. But I'll need to head to the pharmacy at some point to figure things out.
I respect the realism. She's like, you know what? I had a good time, but also this is
Problematic.
This is the condition.
The way this was written kind of conversationally just made me laugh. Like another one, she's talking about how hot they were, how they're the hottest men she's ever seen. And she's like, how dickish of them to resign to a life of celibacy with looks like that. It's just selfish, honestly.
Yeah, her internal dialogue in the book I thought was pretty charming. All the little thoughts she would have to herself. There's when she said, and then here I am, a random girl rubbing their vegetable bodies all over me like a horny teenager. Their love story seems poetic and tragic, like Achilles and Patroclus, but adding me to the mix makes it seem more like some corny smut bubble. I thought that was fun too, because it was also like a little bit self-referential.
Tongue in cheek. Yep.
Yeah,
Totally.
yeah, I thought that was fun.
Lorenz was like that too. So this is like going into the treasures. So this was Robert's point of view. I want to be closer to witness as Emily inserts Laurent into her warm and wet treasure. As if this is truly a gift from God instead of a curse, Emily lowers me, my skin slipping across the moisture rising from her pores. Her heat radiates from her core, beckoning me like a siren song. There's no room for shame. I'm a tomato after all. This isn't real. The saintly rules don't apply here in this other universe where the three of us ended up. I just love how like they like talk these through and they're just like, yeah, this is ridiculous, but I'm going with it. And I think that was part of the just utter delight of this book.
Yeah, when Laurent was in his cucumber form, he said, God, do I want to be in her mouth, to feel her lips on my green skin. maybe God isn't sinister. Maybe he's giving me exactly what I want, except as a cucumber. Weird, but God is known for doing some weird shit. He did make a donkey talk teach some poor chap a lesson. And then he says, praise the Lord for whatever is going on right now, because God, do I fucking love being a cucumber. I couldn't help myself. I giggled all the time.
As he said, God has no domain there. One of my favorite quotes was she goes into the confessional and she's like, I just need someone to tell me what to do. And then she hears the priest, on your knees. And I was like, oh, I literally was like, hello. And then she goes on to say, on your knees. He's impatient. His voice is gravelly and low, just above a whisper, but with enough power behind it to get me to do a backflip. It's like, yep, you say that to me, I'm on it. I'm going.
You're like, yes, sir.
I don't remember which guy's point of view this is, but he returns his attention to Emily. My point is, this thing between the three of us, he motions, it's stronger than anything I've ever felt. It almost feels like the pull I felt from God when I joined seminary school. Maybe this is a gift. I'm not sure why he chose to turn us into vegetables, but if I'm a tomato, I'm not a man of God. I'm just a vegetable, and veggies can't sin. And I was like, isn't that religious thinking at its finest?
Yes, it is religious thinking at its finest.
Justifications as to why I can do whatever the fuck I want.
I saw that and I was like, I kind of want that like as a bumper sticker. Like, I'm just a veggie and veggies can't sin.
Yeah.
It's like a vegetarian's bumper sticker.
You are what you eat.
I'm just a veggie and veggies can't sin, you know?
This is a little more serious, honestly, but I relate to this. And this is from Emily's point of view. And I think she's talking to like the witchy lady again. And she's like, I've witnessed so much life that everything seems even more confusing. The more I see, the less I know. I liked religion growing up because it gave me answers, but it no longer seems that way. Maybe I like religion just for the familiarity, to feel like I belong. I think that would be enough for me, just following the motions. I don't think it's enough to judge or condemn others for living their truth instead of believing other people's wishful thinking. And I really did think that line was deep, because that is what like religion is. So many of us like gravitate towards religion, and because like human beings have a really hard time with uncertainty. And so it's like they had to create this story of an afterlife and all of that. And I just think we humans are just so terrified of not knowing things. And I think that in that sense of belonging, I think that's what draws people to religion.
Elisa, snoozed because she was like, oh my God, are they talking about religious stuff again?
No, she's like, stop it.
Oh my God. Enough with your church nonsense. Oh. So I'm not typically a casting couch person, but for some reason, I think just because there's like a lot of like priest related content out there in the world, I totally had a vision for who I would want to cast in the roles of this.
Lay it on us.
We have hot priest from Fleabag, if you know what I'm talking about. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you have to watch Fleabag immediately. Mm-hmm. Jude Law from, young Pope era, right? And then for Emily, I got like Sydney Sweeney or Amy Lou Wood. She's the one with the cute little gap tooth. I just felt like she would be totally down with some pros.
Oh, yeah. Amy, yes.
Amy Lou Wood. She's in sex education. Mm-hmm. I just thought, I was like, I have it in my mind. These are the people. These are the ones. Be perfect for this.
So you said Andrew Scott and who?
Jude Law.
I would go just because he's really hot. Miles Teller.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah. Oh, he is the new Top Gun.
Know who that is?
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's so schmexy.
I'm a Miles Teller fan too. Yeah.
Oh, I like his cute mustache.
Right.
I do not like mustaches. Lindsay does. She can have all the mustaches. I like him without mustache.
I like facial hair too. Who else?
Oh, he's too baby faced without the mustache. He looks like a little child. Oh, you put the mustache on.
Henry Cavill would 100% be.
I mean, everything, always.
We have to branch out from Henry Cavill sometimes,
There is no branching from Henry. Nope.
Yeah, I agree. Why fuck with perfection, Lindsay?
Sometimes we like to try new things. Some of us like variety.
Nope.
This is like a weird line, and it sparked a story. So her brown hair blowing in the breeze, the way her breasts and ass stick out from the side. So when I read that, I was picturing then like side, like you're looking at me like breast sticking up from an arm and like ass sticking out. And it made me think of, I have this friend who she has the most beautiful walk. Like she just sachets, right? And when she walks, like just her hips go, and it is so sexy and beautiful. And one time I was like, what the fuck? How does one learn to walk like this? I don't remember who taught her this, but she was like, you pretend that there are balloons on your side. And so you like sachet with the balloons, and then you picture that. And so she told me this, and I went out and had a tequila tasting one night. I was a little tipsy and I was walking home, and I was trying to sachet and walk sexily, except I fucked up in my head where the balloons, like picturing where the balloons were. And so I'm going to have to stand to show you this. So what I was, I guess, supposed to be doing, right, is the balloons are supposed to be on either side of your hips. I was picturing the balloons here and here. So I was going like, just walking down the street, going front to back, front to back. I love that about me. My fucking wonky ass brain and the weird things.
I love that about you as well.
I'd like to know how that was received on the street.
I know. I made it home, got some cat calls, or maybe they were, "Are you okay?" Whatever.
Maybe they thought you had an itchy vagina and you're just like, whoa.
Or like, my girl's got a strong wedgie. Like, we are concerned about her.
Use some soap.
I think it's time for some moans and groans. What are the people saying? Are they saying the same things as us? I think they are.
Well, I have one. Summer, 4 out of 5 stars. Oh my heavens, what did I just read? Cry emojis. I can honestly say meal prep, particularly salad preparation, will never be the same again. Was it spicy? Yes. Did I like it? Also, yes. Will I be able to look at or watch Veggie Tales again? Probably not. Will I be reading more stories by GM Fairy? 100% yes. Most definitely. Dear GM Fairy, I don't know if you ever read your reviews, but if you do, please write these types of stories. Your books are gloriously fun and fantastically unhinged. Sincerely, one of your devoted fans.
Could not agree more, Summer.
Yes. This one, I don't remember who wrote it, but it just made me kind of laugh because it took itself way too seriously. This was a nice book, not too much spice. And I'm not sure what book she was reading. Not too little, and enough story to keep it going. I loved that it switched between perspectives, although I could have used a bit more Robert in the mix. Not me. Robert was boring. His internal fight would have been a great read. I know it. But otherwise, I was happy with this one. Really great background storylines that made sense. So that was a plus. My one negative is that I want to know about Gail. What is her evolution in the church? And I want to know if she's searching for happily ever after, or if she's found it already. For a side character, she has gusto. She left me wanting more. All in all, wonderful writing, and I am looking forward to reading more from this author.
Okay, I feel like 2 people wrote that review for just a second, because the first part is like medium spice.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not sure that I would say medium spice. And secondarily, the second part is like, oh, Gail, what a religious icon. I need to know more. Like,
it was baffling
confused.
to me. Yes. She was such a tiny side character. Like, Gail was fine.
I know Gail went on her own journey, you know. I thought she really
Maybe
came
Gail
around.
was fucking the Brussels sprouts on her own little journey while that's what her vacation was.
She was about Big
She was
Daddy
having anal with
asparagus,
Brussels sprouts.
My favorite was Biblio, 5 stars. Proverbs 15:17. It is better to screw vegetables with those who love you than to screw meat with those who hate you, or something like that. This was everything I wanted and more. The Veggie Tales we needed.
So good.
Love it.
Also, Killy, 1 star. I knew this was giving Veggie Tales fan fiction, but I didn't realize there were going to be direct quotes. Forget you ever saw this on my Goodreads or else. Loud and proud over here.
Exactly.
I also
I'm
gave
telling
it 5
everybody about
stars.
I haven't felt this titillated by an unhinged book since this all started with my fascination with tentacles.
This book is interesting. If I think about unhinged books, right? So unhinged books that we've read, like really unhinged, not like the hottest smut books that we're reading that have happened. But like if I really think about random unhinged books, I would say that this is probably the most well-written. I just was curious as how you're going to use a tomato. But other than that, I actually thought, like overall, it's a pretty darn good unhinged smut book. If it's in the vein of smut in general, no, I'm not going to read that again. But I think just as an unhinged book, pretty darn top tier.
Yeah, I would say I would definitely read more by GM Fairy for sure. I am going to put them up with who I think is the queen of unhinged smut, Holly Wilde, my favorite, the illustrious Halloween. And she's written a variety of others. I have read many of her novellas. So I'm putting GM Fairy up there with Holly Wilde, who is my number one. So I'm excited to read more. Very impressed. So let's do a consensus. How many chilies we're going to give this?
Maybe 3?
2.5.
I was thinking 3. I was thinking 3 chilies. I mean, it's a short book, but we got a good amount of sex scenes in a very short book.
Yeah, done
So
well.
I would even maybe go 3.5, honestly, for chili.
Yeah, I could do that.
I wouldn't though.
Okay, well, we're going to stick with
I'll settle
3
on
then.
3. If you're going to increase to 3.5, I'll settle on 3. Yes.
Okay, and what about moisture, Minister?
2.
2?
2 for me. Yeah.
Ooh, I'm gonna go with like 3.5, maybe even 4.
I
thought those last 2 scenes. I thought the back half of the book had some good ones.
I would reread honestly all the sex scenes in this book. I thought they were all great.
I already have.
So
What's your orgasm tally?
Focused on my pleasure, not counting. I was winning with orgasms and just being in the moment, not worrying about how many there were.
These reviews are backed by science. We have tally marks. We have graphs.
Graphs.
No, so we're gonna be split, because we can't always agree on everything.
Well, I
depending
believe
on
what
where
we've
you're
done
at.
every other time is the average, so it would be like 3 and 3.
Okay, well we'll allow it.
Well, ladies, what's on our nightstand?
Well, this is the end of season 1.
It's my TBR for next season and all of the other things that I'm still reading in between unhinged smut. There's just regular smut.
So get ready for season 2 is what we're saying. There's going to be smut. Hopefully it's unhinged. Maybe it's not. We don't even know yet because we haven't even read the books. But get excited, you guys. Between the Folds season 2 coming your way.
Releasing in August.
The dicks are weirder. The smut is smuttier. The jokes are funnier. Hopefully,
The same.
But you're going to love it. We hope to see you there.
See you there.
Thanks for listening.
Well, we hope you love this smutty adventure as much as we did. If we made you laugh, blush, or question your search history, hit that like button, subscribe, and leave us a glowing 5-star review. It helps more freaky little strumpets find their way to us. Got an unhinged read we need to tackle next? Slide into our DMs on Instagram at Between the Folds Podcast and share your filthiest favorites. For more information, past episodes, and all the juicy details, visit us at www.betweenthefoldspodcast.com. Until next time, we'll see you between the folds.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Welcome to the club. Pull up a seat between the folds where the kings all meet. Welcome to the club. Let's slip right through between the folds where literature is lead.
This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. The views and opinions expressed are our own and do not reflect those of the authors, publishers, or any affiliated parties. We are not affiliated with or endorsed by any of the authors, publishers, or products mentioned. Yet. Listener discretion is advised due to adult themes, language, and content.